Oh, hey, you guys, this Sizzlin summer replay is, listen, it's a little bit of everything. It's a sprinkle of purpose, a dash of perspective, and a whole lot of real talk, y'all. It's kind of like a potluck, but for your spirit. Check it out, y'all. I'm going to get in this water. Welcome back to another episode of the Pretty Purposeful Podcast. I'm your host, Angie Melange.
And I'm Candace.
Hey, y'all. This is our first live episode. Oh, my goodness. Happy Sunday. What's up, Candace?
Hey, girl. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
I'm doing good. I feel like half tired, half refreshed.
I hear you.
We've had a very productive day today. So
we did.
That's the refresh part. Like, yeah, we did it.
We accomplished a lot today. Yeah. Girl. So we usually film our episodes on Sunday, but today we're filming some other things. And so we decided to do a live episode tonight. And so this will actually be rebroadcast on Wednesday. It will premiere for those who are not tuning in live right now. We will premiere it on Wednesday. So hope y'all are having a good evening, have had a great weekend. I'm a little bit sad because my Steelers lost today. I know. 3 points though. They were close. So yeah. Yep. So, what's been up with you, Miss Candace?
Oh, girl. I feel like I start off every introduction that way. Oh, girl. Nothing much. I've been traveling. Last week, I think I was where was I? Florida? I was either in Florida or South Carolina, one of those states. So I got to meet a bunch of new students, and my job is to persuade them to be an automotive technician. So other than that, girl, I've just been on the road, traveling, working, podcasting.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yes.
Yes. What about you? How have you been? What have you been up to?
Girl, work. I feel like I was just telling you, I feel, I can't complain. I really do feel blessed. Of course, I have my 9 to 5, right? Day job, but blessed to be able to do this podcast. I have some other things in the works I haven't really announced publicly yet, but I'm really excited to announce those things soon. But they also have to do with my creativity. So, and then I'm also a co-director for the End Workplace Abuse organization for the state of Georgia. So we are trying to introduce legislation here in the state of Georgia so that we can get the Workplace Psychological Safety Act enacted here. So, like I said, no complaints. I'm just grateful to be in a position to be able to, wear many hats and be able to make some purposeful contributions in the world. So I'm trying to maintain my sanity. But people be trying me.
Oh,
They be trying me, girl. But it's all good. It's all good.
Don't be letting these people get to you, girl.
But hey, we had such a productive day today. I'm so proud of us. And like I was telling you earlier, I'm just so grateful that to be at this point in my life and to have met you, and like the timing. I mean, I know our audience probably hear us talk about this all the time, but it's so, I feel divine because, with my daughter, going off to college now, and I'm empty nester, and I have like this, like a new chapter, in my life, and I'm able to kind of refocus, back on some of my creative ventures, and to be able to have met you right when I did. Like I met you before my baby even left the house, and we was able to get things kicked off. And despite some of the other things that I had going on, like, I was in a car accident last year, and wrongful termination the year before that. So I really have been dealing with some major life challenges. And this is how I know that this is definitely a work of God, that we've, met one another and been able to just take off. And we both have the same, like, we're just so aligned when it comes to our purpose and our creativity. And it's just really awesome. And I'm blessed. I feel really blessed.
Oh, likewise.
Yep. So much more. We're just scratching the surface. It's only the beginning. So lots in the works. Like today, we were really productive today. We just, we have our production meeting every, Thursday.
Thursday.
We were talking about this episode, and from that conversation sparked an idea. We took off with it. Like, let's jump on it. Let's do it.
Y'all, I cannot wait until we finish editing what we're talking about. Y'all are in for a treat because we worked hard on it, for one. Okay.
Yep.
And two, it'll be something that I think would be familiar to a lot of you all. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Yep. That's just like the coming together of our talents. And we haven't even really tapped in all the way into the talents that we have. But the beauty of it is, like I was saying, like the timing, like if I personally was in a relationship, there would be a possibility that person could, be competing with, this venture, like, not necessarily. And I don't even think that somebody would want to necessarily sabotage anything purposeful like this that I would be having going on, but you just never know. Like some people, when they're in a relationship, their significant other will try to compete, or they might be jealous. And I'm so thankful that I'm not in a situation where I'm like trying to work around that dynamic. I'm just so grateful. I have this freedom to create, to evolve, to grow, to connect, to align with other like-minded creatives. And I'm just, so grateful.
Oh, me too, Angie. This is definitely it. I still like what I'm like today. I asked Angie, I'm like, girl, who are you? Because like the way everything just fell into place, it just feels unreal. Like you said, divine. Like there had to have been a greater power at hand to make something like this happen. So y'all, like,
and it's a safe space.
Yeah, it's a safe space.
That's so right. Important. That's so important. I don't want to give Atlanta a bad rap, but I will say, because I don't want to give Atlanta a bad rap, because I'll say even when I was back home in Pittsburgh, I was able to collaborate, but the sustainability, it wasn't there, because the loyalty, the integrity of the individuals that I was, collaborating with, it just wasn't there. So there really wasn't anything that came from those collaborations. It was just like a waste of time. If anything, my resources got used. I got used. My kindness was taken for granted and taken advantage of. And, what I gained from those experiences was just that, the experience, what I would not ever do again. And, someone like yourself, Candace, I feel like we have similar personalities. We are both kind-hearted, generous. And some people will see that and want to take advantage. And I feel like I feel protective of you because because I know how people can be. Because I know how people can be. This is the reason why I feel like, I wouldn't want to really partner. Not saying I'm not open to partnering with other people, but I feel that this partnership right here is a safe space because I feel a sense, I don't want to say obligated, but I do kind of feel a sense of obligation to allow you to be able to, be creative and do whatever it is that God wants you to do with your talent. He has ordained and has put us in one another's lives so that you can do what it is that you want to do. And there's no stopping, there's no barriers, there's no, no drama, right? And that's the beauty of it. And I'm all about protecting. You know how I am, Candace. We say last, it's safe house. Safe house. A safe house. It's really safe over here. We are covered over here. And that's why I just like not rushing anything. I'm just really thankful that we're going at a pace that works for both of us. And we've yet to see what God is going to do with us through this platform.
Amen. Amen. And I just want to piggyback on what you said. Y'all, when it comes to the people that are in your close circle, if you can surround yourself with friends that give you permission to be great, I think you're in one heck of a circle, one heck of a great positive circle. And that's how I feel, when I'm amongst Angie too, right? This lady gives me permission to be, as creative as I want to be. And actually she enjoys it, right? Like she enjoys having fun, acting, singing, dancing, like if you could be around people that enjoy seeing you in your flow, like enjoying yourself doing your thing, yes, then you got some good company, right?
Without any jealousy, without any, it's just like, no,
we're both trying to win here. Yeah. No, we're both trying to win here. And at the end of the day, it's all love. Like no competition, none of that. Like it's all love.
Yes. So, and I don't know. I can't really say enough about it because I just know that if we've been able to accomplish as much as we have, considering the personal things that I've had to deal with, and we've been able to be this productive, I just can't imagine, a year from now, what things will look like. And you guys, if you have subscribed to our channel, you may have noticed that the YouTube channel has changed. We changed the name to the Pretty Purposeful Network. And that is because we are looking to scale in the future. We would like to be able to bring you other content outside of the podcast through Candace, myself, and other purposeful people who we may encounter and want to bring on board. But definitely looking at ways that we can expand and grow and, just continue to use our talents in a way that we're not constrained and we're not wasting our gifts. We have an outlet and we're putting it to good use.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right, girl.
Yes. So this episode, y'all, in case you all are wondering, the episode is called Purposeful Potpourri. So if any of you had tuned in season 1, I tested it out. I was like, let me just try something because I could not come up with a topic one episode. I was like, I don't know what I want to talk about. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do a potpourri, which potpourri is just kind of like a mixture of things, right? Yes. So we decided this episode, we're going to try to do something fun. And we have a wheel, what's called the Wheel of Purpose. So we are going to we are going to spin this wheel And each of us are going to get like a minute to talk about the topic that the wheel lands on. And we're going to go through this throughout the episode, and we don't know what it's going to land on. So it should be fun.
Look, where's my fan? Because it's about to get hot.
So for each time, for each of us, I'll go ahead and I'll spin the wheel for each of us. So Candace, of course, I'm going to let you go first if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
And those of you who are tuning in live with us, let me see if we can see comments. Let's see. Okay, so we do have the ability to see some comments. Now, we won't be able to see comments for all, but we can see comments from YouTube. So if you're joining us from YouTube, we can see your comments. If you're joining from Facebook and Instagram and you want us to see your comments, go on over to our YouTube page right now. We're streaming live from YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram all at one time. So go to our YouTube page and you can actually interact with us right now. All right, so let's get this party started, Candace. All right, let's go ahead and spin this wheel.
I'm nervous. Oh boy. What did it land on?
Girl, one of my topics. The presidential election.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Right.
Since I have to go first. Look. Since I have to go first. You said let you do this one.
I'm gonna set a timer.
Okay, you setting the timer. Mine is gonna be less than a minute.
Okay, well go ahead.
Presidential election 2024.
Mm-hmm.
I need to make sure that I am registered to vote. Like, I cannot be on here advertising people to go vote and I haven't did it myself. And I believe the deadline, when is the deadline, Angie?
Sure.
It's at the end of this
You need to vote right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to go vote like right now.
Right now, right? So yeah, presidential election. Updates that I've heard of is there will be another debate between Trump and Harris. So that'll be another interesting watch. And yeah, I need to go stand on business by handling business and voting for Harris.
Yes, ma'am. I thought you was registered, Candace.
I need to double check.
Look,
she ready. Yo, I'm
blue all the way down the ballot, people. Okay, we're not playing any games. This is our democracy, our freedom, our civil rights, our future. Ain't nobody trying to be in no civil war. Ain't nobody got time for Trump and his violence and all that. Wait a minute. Let me shut up. Zip. This is not my time to speak. I'm sorry. You know how passionate I am.
Look, no, but I do have a quick question though, and I should know this. I feel embarrassed for asking this, but after you register to vote one time, you're good to go for the rest of your life, right? Or you have to do it every year?
No, I mean, as long as if you move, you should definitely re-register. Once you register, as long as if you change your address, you need to register again. You need to update that information because your polling place will change.
Okay.
If your name changes, I believe these things should be updated when you may have noticed, like whenever you go get your driver's license or anything like that updated, they will ask you about your voter registration information gets updated automatically.
Right.
Yeah. So,
I think I should be good to go. So I just need to do a little bit more digging to make sure I'm good to go.
You should have received a postcard in the mail. I know me and Michaela, we received ours, so we know that we are definitely registered. But you can go to vote.org or you can go to rockthevote.org.
Okay.
There's several different websites. You can go to angiegonzalez.com and you can register right on my website, okay?
Let me go to your website then.
Yes. Yes. So thank you, Kansas. Let me go ahead and
Thank
spin the
you.
wheel. That was a great topic, though. Nice way to start off this purposeful potpourri.
Girl, the wheel is spinning faster than it's moving on the screen. So I'm like, whoa, which one is it going to land on? Let's see.
Right. Oh. Oh. Generational shifts in relationships. Ooh.
Oh.
Generational shifts in relationships.
Wow.
Wow. Well, considering I'm not in one right now, I'm going to say I think that I don't know, like the younger generation, like Michaela's generation, I guess that would be Gen Z. Because you're what, Candace? You're like what, on the cusp of millennial and Gen Z?
Yeah. Yep.
And
I think I'm a millennial.
Yeah, I'm a millennial too. So yeah, Gen Z, I really can't speak for them, but I'm pretty sure that the way that they approach relationships is definitely going to be different because of the internet, because growing up on the internet, just the way that they engage with people is different.
Yes.
I think that people like, my age, I don't know, girl. This is a tough one. I'm just going to say that I think that the internet has changed things for all generations. And I think at the end of the day, we do have to just be true to ourselves first, get to know ourselves, understand what we value. And that's the best approach to, to being in any relationship. I don't care if it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, even family relationships. Like, what cousins are you cool with? Because if those cousins are not aligned with you, ain't no hanging out. Right.
what we doing here?
Exactly. All right. So that's all I have to say about that topic. All right. So
okay,
let me go ahead and remove that one and spin this wheel.
Oh boy. Spin the wheel.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Purpose-driven living. Oh, what do I have to say about purpose-driven living? I want to say that I am living a purpose-driven life, but in all transparency, I am still trying to figure out who I am. Like when I was driving, and what I mean by that is what exactly are my core values? Because after being in a relationship for a decade, and experiencing that, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm trying to relearn myself all over again. And I was driving, I had a long drive while I was working, and I was listening to some videos that talked about values and how to figure out your core values. And he was just like, I mean, it's more than just saying to yourself, okay, what do I like to do? What do I like? You can think of 15 things that you like to do, but what stood out to me with what he said is break it down to like 4 things that you really do care about. What matters to you, right? What is something that you're passionate about? It could be health. It can be politics. It can be even I guess having an honest lifestyle, being a person of integrity, those things. But I do have some more studying. Okay. But I feel like I'm at, I don't know, 80% range of living a truly purpose-driven life. like intentionally being like intentional with making sure that I'm doing the best that I can while God is giving me breath.
That's better than most. That is better than most, Candace. So that's awesome. Yeah, I have to say, purpose-driven living. I think, man, just doing this podcast, this was so important because this was my way of, really committing to a purposeful lifestyle, wanting to have a focus on purposeful living, creating a platform that is all about purpose. And, what does that look like? Every episode, we talk about things that are around purpose. It's like you're not just going through life aimlessly. You actually setting an intention every day, every week. You might miss the mark sometimes, but what is the bigger picture? What is that larger goal? Even if it's not just one thing, because you can have multiple purposes throughout your life. But I think that most importantly, as long as you are being intentional in the spaces that you take up, the spaces that you wherever you are, have purpose to be there. Like, what are you doing there? What are you doing at that job? What are you doing in that social space? Or what are you doing in that relationship? Like right now, what are we doing in this live? Right. We're having some purposeful dialogue. We're opening up conversation. We're taking a risk right now because we don't know what's going to pop up on this wheel, but we're intending to speak from the heart in real time and just, less scripted, more, from the heart. And again, with the intention of sharing our real life perspectives. So that's all what I have to say about purpose-driven living. So, okay, let me go ahead and spin this wheel. We'll remove that one. All right, what we got? Ooh, Candace, this one I hope I do not get.
Oh, because this one is for you.
Oh, you know what?
Is that the one you didn't want?
No, that's not a bad one, but celebrity doppelganger. Okay, this is so funny because this is actually the topic that sparked our idea.
Right.
So, celebrity doppelganger. Oh, let me just start with the most common one. I get told, well, let me start from when I was little. When I was little, like a teenager, I would get told all the time that I looked like Tiny, T.I.'s wife, when she was in Escape. Before all the cosmetic stuff, people, you look like the light-skinned girl from Escape. That's what they used to say.
Tiny.
You look like the light-skinned girl from Escape. And then I sing too. So, I always had to hit them with some tonight. I had to hit them with a little Escape, And then Martin and Gina, Martin came on and everybody told me I look like Tisha Campbell. You look like Gina. And I'm like, are y'all trying to say I got a big head? I know I got a big head. I do. I get it from my daddy. Leave me alone, okay? And then I have heard that I look like, at times, I've been told I look like Jordan Sparks.
I can see that for sure.
I've been told that I look like, hold on, there's another one. There's another one that I get told a lot, but I'm not going to say that one just yet. There's one other outside of, let me see, Jordan Sparks, Tiny, Gina. Oh, somebody told me I look like Janae Aiko.
Janae.
Especially when I have braids.
I can see that. And of course,
lastly, I've been told I look like Mariah Carey.
Oh.
Those are my celebrity doppelgangers.
I can see that. Especially when you put on, some blondes, when you have some blonde hair.
Oh, yeah. So what about you, Candace? Who's your celebrity doppelgangers?
So I've been told Queen Latifah.
Yes,
And that's,
girl.
girl, that's really much it. That's pretty much it.
Really?
When I was smaller, I think someone said I resembled Left Eye when I was like in elementary school and I had a bang. They were like, "Oh my goodness, you look like Left Eye."
Oh,
Girl, anybody else?
yeah, you definitely look like Dana, Miss Queen Latifah, for sure.
Queen Latifah.
Girl, if she ever does a biopic, I'm telling you, you need to audition for sure.
I might have to give it a try, you know.
Yup. All right. Let's go ahead and move along with this wheel. I'm gonna remove that one. And here we go.
Oh boy, here we go. What does it say? Favorite fall food?
Yup.
Okay, favorite. Okay, that's not too bad. Favorite fall food would, I'm gonna sound like a fatty, but would sweet potato pie count?
Ooh, oh yes. Oh,
like, yeah. Thanksgiving.
Girl, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. Sweet potato pie. And what else do I like to eat during Thanksgiving time? Some dressing, or some people from up north will call it stuffing. I like to eat dressing.
Do you like turkey in yours?
I'll eat it. My mom usually cooks it with I'm used to having hen, but I'll eat it with turkey, hen.
I like it with turkey in it. Like there used to be this little spot back in the hood up in Pittsburgh. And you know, every little hood has like a chicken spot to sell chicken. And they would sell fried chicken. This was like an everyday thing. Like you could go there every day. You had to get there before a certain time because after a certain time, they didn't have no more. Okay. They had their regulars. I mean, people knew when to go. They knew who was cooking. It was
out.
Yes. And so you could go there any day of the week and get you some stuffing with turkey already in it. So like they serve like fried chicken, but this was like a regular for them. And the turkey was already in the stuffing and it was like homemade dressing. So like cornbread, it might even been cornbread stuffing with the turkey already in it. And I'm telling you, with that gravy. So like sometimes like you want a good meal. And I think it was only like, this was back in the day. So I'm talking like $2 size. You can get you a $2 container of that. And that was a meal. And yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, gosh. We're going to have to move on because I don't need to be thinking about food.
I know. Speaking of which, I'm sitting here, y'all. If y'all were wondering what we were eating, and I hate to do that. We were working so hard today that this is literally dinner. We were like, we have to do our episode tonight. So, because we wanted to keep our commitment, we said we were going to do a live episode. We wanted to keep our word. So, I had made some greens and beans. Shout out to Jamie, my girl Jamie. If you're watching, girl, yeah. But this is the condensed version. This is not the from scratch version that her husband, like they make the real deal Holyfield real greens and beans. This is the quick version canned, but nevertheless, that's dinner. Protein, got some bacon up in there. So that's what I'm eating for dinner. You know, trying to watch my weight, trying to eat a little bit healthier. So,
girl, it's delicious.
Thank you. All right. So this next one, let's see. We got to remove that. All right.
What's next? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Oh, this is for you, Angie. You're the celebrity you'd want. Oh no, dream. Oh,
this is dream collaboration.
Dream collaboration.
Brandy. Brandy.
Brandy?
Yes. It would be Brandy. Now, if Michael Jackson was still living, I would want to make an album. I mean, not an album, but I would want to collaborate with Michael Jackson. Brandy Norwood, and of course Mariah Carey. And I say Brandy first because while I love Mariah, I came up on Brandy when I was like in my teen years, and she was like Brandy's music really inspired me to want to like be a singer, whereas Mariah's music, my sister back in the day had me singing Mariah when I was very young, so I kind of learned how to singing Mariah, but I got the desire to want to actually like perform from listening to Brandy. Like because I was like, dang, if she's that young and she can act and she can sing, then I can do it too, you know? So that's always been a dream of mine. Another one would be India.Arie. Yep.
India.Arie?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, India.Arie.
Surprise.
So Brandy, India, and Mariah. Now Mariah, she probably I don't know if that would ever happen. That's a dream, definitely, but she's so iconic. Yeah. What about you? Any dream collaborations?
Dream collaborations. Since I was little, I would always watch Monique. Like, I really love me some Monique.
Me too.
I used to grow up watching the Parkers, all of that. So I would definitely love to collab with her, whether it be an acting gig, something like that. I would love to collab with Oprah. That would be a really good collaboration because I just feel like we yeah, some things would definitely change in this world.
Yes.
She's gonna push that.
It's funny you say that because, like, a couple weeks ago, I was on the Zoom call when they did the Unite for America for Paris. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I was on that Zoom call, and it was so many people. I still didn't see myself on the screen, girl. I gave up, but I was there, y'all. For those of y'all who tuned in to watch that Zoom with Kamala and Oprah, I was one of the people who was selected to represent a group that I'm a part of called Girl. These things happen during live. Excuse me, y'all. My light done fell.
Look, and my computer is like literally on 6%, so I'm gonna go run and get my charger while you fix your light.
At Pretty Purposeful Events, event planning meets social impact. We plan, we host, we build community. Grounded in service, guided by values. From youth empowerment events to community outreach, we create spaces that bring people together with purpose. Let's create something purposeful together. Pretty Purposeful Events is based in Atlanta, Georgia, proudly serving nonprofit and community-based organizations nationwide. Virtual services available. For more information, visit us online at prettypurposefulevents.com.
Unmute. Okay, so
I'm back.
Okay, girl, I was choking over here too.
Oh Lord.
Yes, girl, choking on my greens. No, but so I was on that call, and so one of her producers had to reach out to me to provide me with the Zoom information. So, I have reached out to that producer, and I'm hoping and praying to get a response back. So we're gonna
Yes.
put that out there,
In the atmosphere. Yes, ma'am.
Yep. But yeah, so we'll see. But I truly believe, like Monique, she is here in Atlanta. I truly believe that is very attainable, and we're gonna speak that into existence. I truly believe that Monique is absolutely aligned, absolutely
Yes.
Oprah aligned, and I believe that they would be so happy to see what we're doing. I do believe they would love that. Yeah. Yes, girl. All right, so that's me. So it's actually on you. I'm sorry. I thought this last one was you. This one is
girl. You are good. Look, we both answering the question.
Right. I like that.
Yeah. What's it gonna be?
Ooh.
Oh, mental health crisis. Oh, this is very, very. Look, is it my turn or your turn?
It's on you.
It's on me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh. There is a huge mental health crisis, especially in the younger community. I was listening to another podcast, and he was saying how he was on vacation and he seen someone out on the streets with schizophrenia, and it just like reminded him, and it was a black male, and it just reminded him of how the community could really do so much better. Like, what if he could have been put in a facility, that could pretty much help him with his condition, but he's like literally suffering out on his own. And I just, I mean, there's a lot more people in that predicament. And something that he also mentioned that stood out to me is drugs. People that I guess are more, I guess, how can I put it? People that are users of like recreational drugs, to have more, I guess, cases of going through schizophrenia or some type of mental health crisis. And let me tell you something that I just thought was like pretty left field.
What's that?
I was listening to someone else. I had a family member listening to this guy. I don't even know his name, but he's influential. He might be an artist. I don't think he is a comedian or something like that. And someone asked them the question, if you see a homeless person on the street, would you give them money or would you give them food? And he was like, I would give them money so they could get whatever drugs they need to get. And I was like, why would he say that? So I listened some more, and he said the reason why I would give them more money to get whatever drugs they need is so that they can continue to get taken out of the misery that they're in. If I were to give them food, they're still going to be probably suicidal and I was just like, whoa, I was just really listening to his response. And I'm like, wow, I'm sure he's not the only one that thinks this way, but I just feel like it's a little backwards because, I mean, who's to say that the drugs won't lead the person to doing something harmful to himself or herself? So to hear him say, yeah, I'll just give him more money so he can get more drugs just so they can continue to get high and still be in a different state of mind. But at the end of the day, you will always come down from that high. You will always be faced with reality. And
There's stuff
Yeah.
in drugs now. That fentanyl, that's real. People overdosing. So yeah.
I'm telling you, like nowadays, like I even heard someone say, nowadays people are really passing away just from one hit, right?
Yes.
And then but like back in the day, you used to have people using crack and all of that, and they live for 20, 30, 40 years. But nowadays, it's just
sad. It is very, very sad. Yep.
Yeah.
You just don't know what is anything.
No. And I do think that has to do with that definitely plays a part in the mental health crisis that we have going on. It's just the easy access to drugs and the availability of it. And
can I just say, just this election season is so triggering for many people, especially those of us of color, people of color. It can be triggering. I feel as though many of us have suffered a lot of trauma around our, racial identity in this country because of, not having equal access, to opportunities, and, just hearing the different hateful rhetoric that's being, thrown out there, not to try to turn this into, politics, but I just feel that right now the state of our nation and, just the world, I'm not a clinician, but I definitely do keep up with a lot of the, the global updates in terms of like mental health and just healthcare in general. And it's across the world. There's a mental health crisis right now. And it's because personally, and this is not just coming from me, there's research, there's evidence-based research to back this up. The internet, because of the connection, because people are connecting, because of the information that is, the thoughts that people used to be able to keep to themselves, now they're able to just spew and spread. And there's all these different, dark web rooms and, chat, private, there's just different groups. And so, whereas back in the day before the internet, when you didn't have access to so many people and so many different mindsets, you had a little bit more protection. You were kind of, protected from these different people that are suffering mentally, right? Now you have people who are mentally ill, who are online, and it just has a ripple effect. So I think that even more so now than ever, it's really important that we treat one another with kindness, respect, dignity, that we really have to be intentional, because you never know. We always hear the saying, you never know what someone's going through, or, everyone is fighting a battle. That's true. But now collectively, especially in this nation, collectively, we are fighting a battle right now. We're fighting for our freedom. So that's even more stress. That's more anxiety. That's fear. There's, so yeah, just treat people with kindness, and just handle people, with care, and treat people the way you want to be treated. When I encounter people who don't do that, I just pray for them. I truly do. I encounter them on a daily basis, and I just say, for them to treat me or anyone else rude, unkind, they have to be going through something themselves. So I just pray for them.
Yes. Whew, that's a good point.
Yep. So mental health crisis. Yeah, definitely make sure you guys are taking care of your mental health. And let me get this other screen back up here. So that was yours, Candace, huh?
Yeah.
Well, we are winding down. We are at, let's see, we have a few more. We'll give it a couple more spins. Couple more spins. Let's see what we got here. This has been fun. I like this. We'll have to pull out the wheel of purpose every once in a while.
The wheel of purpose.
Ooh. Body positivity and fitness goals. Woo. Oh, Candace. So girl, girl. I've been trying. We've been trying. And all I'm going to say is I'm a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. I do need to hit the gym, but I will say that I have changed my eating habits. I'm proud of myself. I would say since my daughter's gone off to college, I don't buy as much junk food. I've even found myself at first I was wasting food. After she left, I had to make some adjustments in how I was shopping because I was overbuying, buying too much. And I don't like to waste food, even like fruits. I found myself like throwing like tangerines away because I bought a big, a bag of tangerines. Like, no, you need to buy individual fruit now. You just need to get how many pieces of fruit do you think you're going to eat this week? I can't even buy a bundle of bananas because sometimes those will go bad before I get a chance to eat them. But I would say it's, a work in progress, but I would definitely say that wherever you are in your journey, if that's something that, you're trying to achieve, anyone out there, just make sure that you acknowledge the little progress that you make. Every step counts. Another thing that I start doing, because I have a issue with drinking water. I've never really been a big fan of water. And I have to say, maybe because I grew up in a house where drinking water, we weren't buying water out of the store. We were poor. So we weren't buying water. It was spigot water. And I didn't like spigot water. So I used to drink milk. I was a milk kid. I loved strawberry milk, chocolate milk, and regular white milk. So I always drank milk and or juice, or soda. And so as an adult, I did buy water, but that water will be sitting in the refrigerator, and someone else in the house would drink it before I would. And if I do drink it, I have to have like a water enhancer, like some flavor. So what I recently discovered that I like is coconut water. So I now am buying coconut water regularly. Coconut water has a lot of electrolytes in it, which is really great because someone like me who doesn't like water, I often get dehydrated. It also is kind of a laxative. So if you're somebody who has any issues, I would recommend, adding some coconut water into your diet. And I've even, because of it being concentrated, what I've found works for me is mixing half and half. So I do half coconut water, half regular water, bottled water. And it just takes the edge off the water. Like water just has like, I don't know, a hard taste, but the coconut water is like smooth, if that makes sense. So those are my wellness tips, health and wellness tips.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm over here like I'm a work in progress too. I done got to a point where I don't even want to get on the scale anymore. I just want to develop better habits that will last me a lifetime, because at the end of the day, the scale doesn't really depict where your health is. Like the foods, the nourishment that you're giving to your body, it depicts how you feel, how your clothes fit, all of that. So I'm like you, Angie. I'm taking it one day at a time. I need to also be in the gym more. I'm being intentional, like I told you today. I meal prepped some salads. I meal prepped some green smoothies for me to take and eat while I'm traveling. And the past couple of days has worked out very well. So that's something that I'm going to have to put into my, yeah. And I remember you telling me months ago when you did that, and it seemed to work very well for you. So I have to do the same thing, because traveling, eating Chick-fil-A, all this fast food is so easy and it's just so tempting. But when I have what I need to have and eat right next to me, it just works out. So I need to do this for the next 3 months and see if my clothes fit any differently. So y'all pray for me.
You got this. You got it. That's what I mean. It's all about really being intentional. It's all about being intentional. That's like me. I got to get to the gym, but I have to be intentional about that because of my schedule. I keep making an excuse, my schedule. But if I can be intentional about it, I can make it happen for sure. Yep.
I've started using the calendar feature on my phone. Like, you gonna schedule this?
I know that's right.
In my phone, the times that I eat, all of that.
Yes, yes. Well, do we want to give the wheel one more spin? I think it's on you, and then we can wrap this thing up.
Yeah, we could do one more spin.
Let's give this thing a spin.
One more.
At Pretty Purposeful Events, event planning meets social impact. We plan, we host, we build community. Grounded in service, guided by values. From youth empowerment events to community outreach, we create spaces that bring people together with purpose. Let's create something purposeful together. Pretty Purposeful Events is based in Atlanta, Georgia, proudly serving nonprofit and community-based organizations nationwide. Virtual services available. For more information, visit us online at prettypurposefulevents.com.
Oh no! I don't see it. Wait. Put it back on the screen. How do you put it back on the screen?
Oh, girl.
Really? Something is wrong with this wheel. It's giving me the topic. Why I gotta talk about Diddy? Spin it again? Yes, because I don't feel like talking about Diddy.
All right, we're gonna spin it again.
Oh, why did I hit remove? Oh, there we go.
Can you see it?
Yes. Diddy got enough attention on the last episode.
He did. Oof.
Oh, financial stress in 2024. So, financial stress in 2024. So let me tell y'all, if y'all don't know already, how I am trying to avoid financial stress. By balling on a budget. That's right. So, kids ain't out here.
Bell, I need my bell.
Tell you. No, things, yeah. I'm in a very unique situation, per se. I'm not going to go too much in detail, but I will say that I have set personal goals for myself to try to avoid financial stress for me in the future. And one of those goals, like many of you all have probably heard me say, is paying off my student loans. So I am.
I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry.
You're good, girl.
I'm back here messing around with stuff.
Financial stress in 2024, you want to avoid it? You could grow your own food. It's going to be more work, but growing your own herbs and fruits and vegetables, that'll help you save a coin or two. But anyway, yeah, it is tough out here. It's definitely tough out here. I have went to many career fairs, and I've heard, students tell me, like, Candace, they're not wanting to pay for these entry-level positions. I could get more money working at McDonald's. I hear McDonald's is paying like $25 per hour.
Whoa.
And when you graduate from college, you hope that you can at least get $40K. When I graduated from college, that was probably a couple of years ago. I was hoping to at least get $40K graduating, okay, right, with a degree. So, yeah, the struggle out here is real. But I think, again, like Angie has said, she's used this word, a lot in this episode, is being intentional. If you are intentional and you are moving in life with definiteness and purpose, you can set yourself up for success in generations to come. So no excuses out here, y'all.
Yep.
Let's make it happen to where we are not being financially irresponsible. Let's be financially responsible, because at the end of the day, like I mentioned to Angie too, I can't, like, I am deep down inside, I cannot rely on the government to take care of Candace. So I'm doing what I can to take care of this.
We got enough talent. We got enough, we have enough skills. We have enough resources. And I personally, as far as the stress, prices are up, but I do believe that that's going to change. I think that things are going to change because, right now, the only people that are really benefiting from that is, those people that are in the top, 1%.
Right.
And that can only work for so long, because what like you said, people are starting to grow their own food. At some point, when they start to see that people are starting to save their money and starting to be frugal, corporations will change. They will drop them prices. They will roll them prices back like Walmart. So, but yeah, because I personally, I'll be honest, I don't hang out much, and there's so much money that people, again, if you're someone who is a small business owner and you own like a restaurant or like a lounge, my hat goes off to you. I know it's been hard. It's been a struggle because people just aren't able to get out, like they used to be able to in this economy.
Right.
So I know it's tough for those small business owners, but I also want to say that, if you're somebody who is trying to get your finances together, you do want to be mindful of how often you're going out. You shouldn't be going out every weekend. What you celebrating? Like sometimes I sit here and I'll be like, now, why do I feel the urge to go out? What am I wanting to go out for? Because me stepping outside the house, I'm going to spend $150
easily.
or more. Yeah, starting at $150 just for me by myself.
Yeah.
And that's, including tips, parking, drinks, food, that's a night out. So like I have to ask myself, do I really want to spend $150 tonight? And is where I'm going, is it worth it? And a lot of times it's really not. I would much rather be at home working on my podcast, planning things, planning for the future, and just, investing my time into my future. So
right.
I'm happy though, my little blessing that came through, hallelujah, thank you Jesus, that I shared with you, sister, was right on time. So hopefully more of those things will take place, and for other people as well, so that people can get paid fairly what they be getting paid. So but we are at the top of the hour. We are gonna wrap things up at this time, but before we do, I did just want to let remind you all that we do have merch available on our website, so please, Candace got her bag on deck. That's what I'm talking about, sis. She got the real deal Holyfield. Check that out. I mean, do you see that? Like, you can actually see the real thing. Look at that.
It's a quality. It's really quality, y'all.
Really over there hanging on the door. But yes, y'all, support. We greatly appreciate. We also have more merch is going to be loaded on the website very, very soon. But all of the money that you purchase, use the purchase merch is going to go to support our channel and all of our future content creation endeavors. So we really appreciate your support. Also, If you're someone who would like to be a guest on our show, we are actively seeking guests for this season. We do have some episodes coming up really soon where we're going to have some guests on. Really excited to announce those guests very soon. So we're definitely looking forward to having more engagement on the channel. So really excited. You have a story you want to tell, if there's anything that we talked about that you resonate with, if you have a unique story, or just anything that you're doing in life that is purposeful and you want to share that on our platform, we welcome you. Just visit our website, prettypurposefulpodcast.com, complete the registration form, and we will be in touch with you. Other than that, Candace, did you have any closing remarks for our purposeful family?
No.
That's it.
That's it.
This has been awesome. I'm like, our first live, sis. 5. Look. I'm giving you a what do you call it? Air 5.
High five. An air 5.
But before we get out of here, as always, it's okay to be pretty, y'all.
But even better to be pretty purposeful.
Bye. Peace.